I'm going to have to go down to my local police department because after listening to Horror of Horrors, United States death metal from the 90s, I feel like I just got skull. Oh, hi there. My name's Jorge. I grew up in the 80s and I used to love getting into trouble. I have always been a friend of felines. I take my faith very seriously, attending school at a Christian college, and I've been a music fan my entire life, only recently finding out that I really like extreme metal, and I want to invite you to journey with me on my discovery of extreme metal. What is up, folks? Welcome back to A Christian Collects Death Metal. It's your pal Jorge here, back at you with another video. Thanks for stopping by once again. Welcome back. I realized that here on the channel, I don't talk a lot about actual, authentic, honest-to-goodness, old-school death metal. I do a lot of modern stuff, right? I discuss a lot of modern albums, but not really a lot of actual older death metal albums. So today, we want to change that. I was editing my Watch Mojo video a couple weeks back where they had their list on the top 10 greatest death metal songs, and I had made a comment that, man, it would be cool if they surprised us with something that we didn't expect, like, and I gave the example of Horror of Horrors and also Ripakulu. And when editing that video, I thought, you know what, those are two great actual old school death metal bands that, yeah, I wish that I heard a lot more about. And so anyway, we'll be discussing those albums from these great artists here today. Without further ado, let's go. 1994, Horror of Horrors, Sounds of Eerie was their debut album. I discovered these guys, this album in particular, through Nuclear War Now Productions. You know, Yuzuka, he be posting some, just has so many cool titles in the distro. That's actually where I found, where I picked up my Ripakulu. But after giving this a listen, I had to have it. This is just unlike anything that, that's out there. It kind of gives you Demilich vibes, as far as like the avant-garde nature, but it's more experimental in parts than anything, but it's honest to goodness, genuine death metal. And it sounds great. So anyway, yeah, Nuclear War Now, by the time I got there, they had already sold out. So I had to get my copy from Pulverized Records all the way in Singapore, right? And so while I was there, I went ahead and found and picked up a copy of Demonolatry by Aberration. Now, I've had the cassette for a while, but man, finding that LP, and this wasn't much easier. I think they only have one copy left. This was a reissue from a Chinese label, I'll struggle to pronounce this, Huan Quan Records, whose main focus is re-releasing actual older death metal. And this was one of the ones that, they re-released. Really cool variant, by the way. I'll just show you. It comes with a really cool humongous poster of the album artwork right here, and then I'll show you the splatter variant as well. So you got the poster, and then you have this really sweet, super heavy 180 gram vinyl on this just super sick splatter variant, what have you. Anyway, little side note, Pulverized Records is the label that recently came out with that Eternal Darkness Death Doom album that apparently is 35 years in the making. I heard a little bit of it. I liked what I heard, but I need to go back and listen to that some more. Moving on. The band has 4 members. Kevin Talley on drums, who actually, he used to do some live stuff. Used to step in and give a helping hand with bands such as Cattle Decapitation and, what was that other one? Oh, the Black Dahlia Murder. Guitars, we had Kelly McLaughlin. He also helps out live with bands such as Possessed and Hyrax. We got H.M. Lopez on guitars, as well as Buddy Buell, Buell on vocals and bass. And let me tell you, this band, this album, it is so good, and it's crazy to me because I've seen several reviews online that were complaining about the production, and it is a bit muddied. I think that they are unsigned and independent, or were at the time, and so this stuff is most likely self-produced. But man, I just think it adds so much charm, and it just, to my ears, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what makes the juices start going, at least for me. This album feels like, it feels like it's all over the place, but I can promise you that it is very cohesive. Everything makes sense, and even though it may seem like they're throwing spaghetti at the wall and whatever happens, whatever sticks, it just feels like there is a thread of just that old school death metal, just a thread running throughout from beginning to end. We got the first song, Torn, that starts out with some of the best, in my opinion, great tone as well, tremolo picking section. These just wretched low gutturals. So have some melodic sections as well. Drums on this album, absolutely to die for. The strings, the stuff it's just super interesting. Grindy element as well, with some pingy snares here and there. It just, all in all, a phenomenal album in my opinion. Have you guys heard this? Let me know in the comments below. They have some other albums too, just a couple, four studio albums, right? And it's kind of unfortunate because being self-released, independent, I think all of the other stuff is just on CDs. They're kind of hard to find as well. But this one did get the vinyl treatment. Super happy about it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Switching gears a bit to Finnish death metal, or should I say death doom. This definitely has, I guess for a modern reference, spectral voice, maybe fossilization, sedimentium, those type of modern bands, but more of an older reference, I guess, would be like Immortal Fate. It's very, very well riding the line of death doom. Not more parts one than the other. I think it's equal parts either. It's just solid death doom. In 1993, they dropped their second demo, Musta Ceremonia. Before that, in 1992, they released their first demo onto the scene, a name I cannot pronounce, but I'll throw an image up just here. This band consists of 5 members, with their main guitarist, Marco Henriksson, unfortunately passing away in 1995, and the band claimed that, it just didn't feel right. Things weren't working out, and so they lay dormant for several years until 2014. They dropped an EP, Olvaha. I can't pronounce it. I'm sure I butchered that. Yeah, they dropped this new EP onto the scene. Well, relatively new. I guess it's 11 years old. But getting back to some of this early stuff that they did, it's so great. It's just the drums sound incredibly natural, organic. They are also signed with Svart Records, also Demilich. they're signed with Svart Records as well. It just, you can't ask for anything more when it comes to Death Doom. Super heavy, doomy, cumbersome, burdensome sections. Definitely see where some modern Death Doom acts possibly got a little bit of influence. I would say most assuredly from these guys. This could release today, actually, as well as the other one, the Sounds of Eerie, Horror of Horrors. Either one of those two, especially probably this one, could drop today, and it would just feel relevant. It would feel right. It would feel natural. You know, what do they say? If it's not broken, don't fix it. Well, I don't know, but hey, this is some of that early authentic stuff. I really enjoy it. Let me know in the comments as well what are some death metal classics that, man, you really just wish that you heard more coverage on, or you wish you just saw more people post. You know, I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Anyway, guys, that's about it. Again, let me know in the comments exactly what you think. Jorge, a Christian who collects death metal, signing off. Be blessed.